made it to Saigon and now we're just trying to find a taxi. We're not quite sure because you literally walk out onto the road on this airport, so I'm not quite sure how to get a taxi or grab, so could be interesting. We got off the plane and along this little thing right here, there was a little boy just peeing. And his dad just picked him up so he could go closer to the bush. That was a sight. This city, I am absolutely loving it so far. It's so modernized, and obviously, I don't know how we always stay in the expensive areas because there's Louis Vuitton stores and Gucci stores and everything near us. And it's nowhere near as busy as Hanoi was, probably just because it was New Year's Eve, but we found a bagel spot that we're all craving bagels, so we're gonna go there. We're gonna grab the grab and head there now.
It was unreal. This place was so good. Bagels were so doughy. I love doughy.
Give it a 8.6. Had better, but it was delicious.
Had better?
Yeah, Rocky Mountain.
Are you crazy? I would rate it a lot higher than Kurt did.
Good morning from Saigon.
Today we're going to be doing all of the touristy stuff. We're going to be sightseeing. We're going to be going to the War Museum.
Going to the Pink Church.
But first, we're going to get some Circle K coffee. So let's go.
Had a gas station banana bread too. It was, if you went to Ancaster High, it tasted like the cafeteria banana bread.
They didn't have almond milk, so I figured if I got almonds and coffee, it's pretty much almond milk.
Our first stop on today's touristy tour that we're doing is going to be the War Remnants Museum, and we've been to 3 war museums, one in Phu Quoc, one in Hanoi, and now one here. They said different things about the way that they kind of viewed or want the war perceived, so I'm excited to see what it says about this side. Kurt got trapped over there, and I know he's gonna end up buying something.
Finished up at the Remnants of War Museum. Pretty crazy. They have all the American like planes and stuff that were used there and tanks on display, and then you go in and it pretty much just shows all the crimes that the American military committed and like all the bombings and use of chemical weapons and stuff. It's pretty much just you get the side of the North Vietnamese or the Vietnamese people and about how bad the Americans were. You don't really see what the Viet Cong were doing, but that's what you get.
If you're a war enthusiast or like anything to do with war, I would suggest going to multiple different war museums in Vietnam. because they all show kind of a different perspective. Just came to a cafe called the Melbourne Cafe, and it's pretty expensive, but we walked all the way here, so we're gonna have to eat here. But they said it's about a 45-minute wait, so I'll show you what we got then. Just finished up lunch and it was good. It was really expensive and we waited about an hour for the food, but that's okay. That actually worked out for us because we had to wait until 2 o'clock for the pink church to open, which we're going to next, because it's closed from 12 till 2. I'm not sure why. Could be for a ceremony because it is a church. We're kind of trying to do all of the free attractions because everything's kind of expensive to do in here just because it's a really touristy area. This was one of them. It's a flower park. And I think it's because it's the Lunar New Year on the 22nd, so all of these flowers represent good luck and fortune and whatever when they give it to you. So let's go look at them. It's also 50 million degrees out, and I feel like I'm swimming in my sweat. I did find out that this flower market is only for about a week before the Lunar New Year, and this park was actually originally a cemetery built by the French, and only French soldiers, military leaders, government officials, and high-level politicians were able to be buried here. But when they discovered that they wanted to change the purpose of the park, the bodies were moved. We are just leaving the park and we are on our way to the pink church because it's now open. So I'm excited to see what it's like because apparently the inside is also painted extremely bright pink, just like the outside. Just made it and the church is extremely pink, and it's like a very pale pastel pink, and it's so pretty, but I'm not quite sure how to get inside because we didn't have to pay for tickets and the doors are closed. We're gonna walk around and see. I don't think we can actually go inside. There's no lights on and no one's in there. And it's not pink inside. We did see photos of it really pink. I don't know if they just put a light on all of the white walls that illuminates it pink. It's beautiful inside. I wish we could go in.
I don't know what the meaning of pink is.
When I looked it up, it said there was no real reason to why it was pink, but they just decided to paint the church pink.
A lot of temples and stuff in Southeast Asia are different colors, but this is a Catholic church, so a little different, but
you could see it as soon as we turned the corner. It was so pretty. Okay, it's a couple hours later. We had a little intermission break from the sightseeing because we originally needed to get our laundry done because it's been a while since we've got it done, but all of the laundromats in this area are closed because of the Lunar New Year's. But the next one we're going to is another park, but it's only good to go at night because it's all lit up with lights, and obviously you wouldn't be able to see that great during the day. So we're gonna do that, and we're gonna try and find some dinner, and I don't know what's after that. But in our little intermission break, we actually booked a flight to Bangkok. So we're gonna head back to Thailand for a few weeks and see what we get up to there. But first, let's go get some food. We just came to a mall and we had no idea what it was gonna look like on the inside, and it is absolutely beautiful. So we're gonna go downstairs because I think that's where the food court is. person tried to go to a restaurant in here and he literally told us that it was super full and we couldn't go there, so we tried to go to another place and it's a cook your own, and I don't think we wanted to pay for that, so we ended up getting KFC. But I got a chicken and rice teriyaki bowl, so I'm gonna eat this and we're gonna get frozen yogurt after. So that dinner was absolutely delicious and it was only 46,000 dong, and that's probably the cheapest meal that we've had, and it was from KFC and it was delicious. But now we're gonna go get some frozen yogurt for dessert.
That was amazing. The biscoff spread.
Okay, I've never had biscoff spread before and that was incredible. But the yogurt was absolutely incredible, and I got Oreos, biscoff spread, and a strawberry jam. So good. And it was 85,000, so I would say that's a pretty good deal for a really good dessert. But we're just about to head to the park that I told you about earlier, so let's go. Okay, this thing right behind us is an absolutely massive flower. I don't know why it's like this, because you can't see it if you're just walking by, unless it's like, it's for the planes that are passing by, just to show off how beautiful it is. I don't know what else there is here. We passed a couple little mushroom things. They look like mushrooms, but I guess they're flowers. But we're gonna keep walking and see if there's anything else here, because we did see a lot more on Google when we looked it up, but I don't know, we'll see. Where we came was just across the river, and it is beautiful over here. The buildings, it's so much cleaner and way less busy. I feel like obviously this isn't a touristy area, and you can definitely tell. It's so nice.
I think this is where all the wealthy people in Saigon live. It's all like high-rise condos, and there's no garbage or anything on the streets. There's no street vendors. It's all like restaurants.
We're right at the edge of the river right now, and I guess Kurt said that this whole river is filled with koi fish. And they're going crazy right now. One just completely jumped out of the water, like a little dolphin. But they're all right at the edge of the concrete that we're standing on, but you can't see them because the water's so murky. I'll try and show you what it looks like.
Actually, a man-made river for all these rich people over here on this side. So it just has an end on both things. I think all these fish were planted here. It's probably actually pretty clean. It's not coming off the Mekong Delta River that runs through the Ho Chi Minh area.
We just made it to this bridge, and there's so many lights, and what I just showed you is probably how many are everywhere. They're jumping all over the river. Good morning. Last night my camera died as I was just about to show you that we were at the end of the man-made river with all the koi fish, and I did get to show you the koi fish underneath the light, which I'm glad it showed you how many were actually in there. But this morning we went back to New York Bagels and I got a peanut butter banana smoothie, which was incredible. And now we're just on our way to the mega mall. We're in a different part of the city. There's supposed to be a massive mall, but we're gonna try and go to it, so let's go. I don't know if it's just me and Kirsten, but we love to spend money on stupid stuff. Like this store is full of just junk. This is just like an upgraded dollar store, but why do we want to buy everything in it? I don't know where Kurt went. Kurt keeps trying to leave the mall. Oh, I found him at the arcade. Shocker. It's now 4 hours later. We just went and got ready and me and Kirsten found a poke spot, so we're heading there now. Obviously Kurt's eating somewhere else because he is the pickiest eater. Let's go.
So we went to get poke, but it was closed because of the New Year. So around the corner was an Indian restaurant. It's my first time having Indian, so I'm excited. We got butter chicken and garlic naan. It's got a picture.
We just finished at the Indian restaurant. That was unreal. Probably the best meal that we've had this whole trip. But Kurt didn't eat at the Indian restaurant because he's just a picky eater when it comes to stuff like that. So he found another restaurant, Eddie's Diner. I keep calling it Fast Eddie's. I know me and Kirsten are probably gonna get dessert there because they have incredible looking milkshakes. And I don't know how we always manage to find a hotel or a hostel exactly where the huge party is. Like right now, the streets are closed off in this area because they're doing the Lunar New Year party and it is packed and it's so full of so many different things. It's so pretty. Diner, and me and Kirsten did not need dessert, but obviously we got dessert and it was really good. But we're just heading back to our hostel right now. I think we kind of are skipping going out tonight just because we're so full. And I just want to say that staying at the Meander Saigon hostel, and it is so nice. It's so clean. The beds are super comfy.
It's like 21 bucks a night per bed, so per person. So we stayed for 3 nights, $60 Canadian each.
It was so worth it. It was nicer than any of the hotels or hostels that we've stayed in so far. The people are so friendly too. They have a whole booklet that you scan the QR code and it gives you all of the recommendations of where to go, where to stay, like everything you need to know about the city.
And the bathrooms are really nice, the showers are really nice.
Yeah, everything's so nice. Definitely recommend. I just wanted to give that a little sprinkle in there because of how good our stay has been here so far. And tomorrow we have a flight to Bangkok. I think this is going to be the end of this vlog. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in Bangkok.